I was very panicked, and I was very angry because, you know, we try to protect them, and the last place I would have thought to have an error would have been at the pharmacy.
Parents tend to want to do what's best for their kids, and that includes getting them medicine when they need it.
But how do parents know what they are given at the pharmacy is what the doctor prescribed? Here's one family's cautionary tale.
Counting pills, filling bottles, mixing liquids, filling different bottles. It's a routine pharmacists everywhere do countless times a day. Important, sometimes life-saving medicine, unless something goes wrong.
They pulled the script that the physician had wrote, and they said, yeah, it was in fact 1 milliliter, that they had made a mistake.
Rayanne Daly's infant son, Jameson, suffers from GERD, a digestive disease that causes severe acid reflux. He's been battling it most of his young life.
He has a hard time eating foods. When he eats them, sometimes he will regurgitate them back up, sleeping, laying them down. It's been just a big constant fight.
But then a couple of months ago, a medicine finally worked. Jameson just needed a little more, so doctors upped the dosage to 1 milliliter.
Took it home, and the following day, my husband dispensed both of his his dosages, and the next day he was drawing it up and gave it to him, and I noticed he used that large plunger as opposed to the regular one, and I asked him why he gave him so much medicine, and he said, I read the bottle, and it says give him 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon, 5 days worth of medicine for Jameson. Rayanne was terrified. She'd endured so much to have her son. You see, she had already lost 3 children, a boy stillborn at 17 weeks, and twin girls who died after being delivered at 22 weeks. Jameson was pulled off the medicine, and the symptoms quickly returned.
We couldn't keep the food down. We couldn't make him comfortable because he needed the medicine.
When he was finally put back on the medicine, Jameson couldn't adjust and landed in the hospital.
It's really hard to see your son turning bright red, screaming with a tourniquet on his head and blood coming out from his head to get it done for something that was avoidable.
Months later now, Jameson is himself again, back on the right amount of medicine. How can you make sure what happened to Jameson doesn't happen to your child?
What I would encourage parents to do is to talk to their physician about exactly what the medicine is, how much to give, and then certainly double check that with the pharmacist.
J.J. Burnaby, owner of Tri-State Pharmacy, says it takes a village. Doctors, pharmacists, and parents have to all be on the same page.
It's a team effort. No one team member is more important than the other.
And that means one team member should be double-checking the other, something the Dalys now know to do.
Double check everything you have. Ask questions to your doctor. Don't be afraid to call in if you think something's wrong. Don't be afraid to be that parent who's calling too much.
The only bad questions are the ones that you refuse to ask.
A warning from one family to others. Thankful their ordeal wasn't worse.
You know, had he continued to take this he has like 2 refills left on the medicine. Who knows how long, what may have happened. You know, I'm glad we didn't find out.
Because communication is so important, Burnaby also stressed the importance of using the same pharmacist each time for your family. The more familiar you are with your pharmacist, the better the odds you would ask an important question.